Cocktales is 100% all natural when it comes to Messy Bessy.
What was it like doing the switch?
Moving to entrepreneurship, it was a very big move, obviously.
And surely no reservations on going green.
Why Messy Bessy?
Why not this? It's something possibly new in the country.
Can you explain why people would want to go natural?
Natural products are actually more effective. It's gentler on our hands.
Yeah, and Vic, when you make laba, you won't complain anymore about your fingers.
Find out more on
Cocktales
this Friday, 10 p.m. on Cocktales TV.
Good evening, ladies.
Hi, Vic. Hi, Sita.
Hi.
So I have to get used to seeing the two of you every Friday night now.
Yes, that's right. I have a new Friday night habit. But wait, Daphne, wasn't this week's very exciting for you? She had an overwhelmingly successful auction.
So I heard. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank
Wow.
you. Well, you know, it's really not all me. It was an online auction, 7 days, for UNICEF, raising funds for programs for children, and it was all based on donations from artists, jewelers, designers, and I was like crazy. If you were following me on Twitter
Yes,
or
we
on
were.
Facebook, I was so Colette. Like, bid now, bid now. I was like an auctioneer.
Oh my God, I can't believe it's
And
almost
it worked. Guess how much we raised?
Wait, last year, you raised
1.4 in 7 days.
And then I know you had a target this year.
Yeah, our target was 3 million. We were just short of it. We made 2.8 million.
Wow.
Imagine that, all online.
And all local buyers.
All, well, yeah, local buyers. all
So
Filipino.
which item was your the one that you sold the most?
I don't have all the figures, but I know that the Elmer Berlongan did more than triple the estimated value. A lot of the products went above
Their value.
which is great if you're a fundraiser. But there are also a lot of products that were below value, which was good for the buyers because they were getting a good deal and they were
Yes.
getting products that they really love and art. So it was really a celebration of art and a great way to help children and a good experiment in social networking.
Yeah, and I'm sure all the bidders out there didn't mind spending a little bit more because it was for a good cause.
It was exciting. People were like, it was really like a real life.
Yeah, I was following you on
I
Twitter.
couldn't breathe, you know. And then when 6 o'clock hit, it just went dead.
Well,
It was like that pala in eBay. And then we just saw all the results. And I'm like, now we're so amazed.
So will you-
thank you to everyone who participated in
do you
this.
plan to do this again next year?
I don't know.
With a 5 million target
Oh my
this
goodness.
time?
Maybe I need you to help me with that, Sita.
I'll be kulit, for sure. Friends, patikim lang yan. Marami pang chika coming up.
So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
It's time for Mixing Tales and Serving Chats. This is Cocktales. Our guest this evening is a social entrepreneur whose advocacy is to clean the world one household at a time.
Meet the woman behind the all-natural Messy Bessy brand.
Join us as we chat with Cree Lopez when Cocktales returns.
I encourage everyone to choose the greener, healthier lifestyle.
Meet the alpha girl who made it big in creating the all-organic home cleaning products, Messy Bessy. Welcome to Cocktales, Cree.
Hi, Cree.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So, believe it or not, Cree, you started actually as a financial analyst for Starbucks.
Yes, I did.
Yeah, very corporate world.
Yes.
And then you went to create Messy Bessy, which is a social enterprise. What was it like doing the switch?
Well, you know, I was in Starbucks or Stan Coffee actually for a good 8 years and 9 years, where I jumped from one position to another, from finance to marketing and all these different jobs. So it's really helpful for me as an entrepreneur to learn all these fields and these aspects at work. But moving to entrepreneurship, it was a very big move, obviously. I didn't have the same resources I had, but at the same time, it was more exciting and more enlightening for me, at least.
So at what point in your corporate work did you realize it was time for you to break away from it?
Well, my last stint in Rustan Coffee was as corporate social responsibility head, where I found, my passion, which is really to help people. I just found that I really wanted to rely more on ourselves, something more sustainable than on other people's donations. So that's when I realized I think I had to move on.
Why household cleaning products?
It just happened by chance. We were looking for a business to put up, and I just thought that why not this? It's something possibly new in the country, in the market at least. There was no really established line of green cleaners in the country. So
I thought you were cleaning your kitchen and I said,
well, I was getting headaches, honestly, from the cleaners we were currently using in the apartment, which has very few windows.
The smell is so strong.
The smell's very toxic, and it really gave me headaches. So I thought as well that I wanted a local line.
How did you start? Did you actually do the concoctions yourself?
Yes. I just looked at recipes online, believe it or not, and tried them. They were recipes using vinegar, baking soda, essential oils.
All household products, no?
Yes, household cleaners. So surface cleaner, window cleaner, and things like that. And then we had some failed attempts, of course. Like, for example, our first cockroach spray. We made like a pepper spray that some website said worked. Of course, it ended up me and my household helps in a coughing fit and our eyes. It was crazy.
Well, this is interesting because you could have actually just started your company and ran with it, but you have a very strong social aspect. I mean, you founded House, which is helping ourselves through sustainable enterprises.
Well, a lot of people don't know is that it's actually what began even before Messy Bessy. So Messy Bessy was just the business we thought of to put up to be able to help these at-risk young adults, which is the main goal of House. It's to employ, train, and educate, meaning give high school and college education to at-risk young adults. At-risk meaning formerly abused, formerly trafficked, formerly just impoverished, dropouts.
So your employees are actually the House
Yes,
people?
around maybe 75% of the company is made up of our beneficiaries.
why Messy Bessy? Any relation to Lizzie, Miss Lizzie?
And Sweaty Betsy.
Dizzy Lizzie.
Or Becky ba siya?
No, well, we used a painting that I had painted myself years before even the whole concept of the business came. My sister and I chose to use that painting because we thought it had this, vintage look going back to the basics, pre-war way of doing things, which was very chemical-free. So we wanted to name that painting something. So we went through a slew of names like Rudy, or Ruby, Tita Ruby even. So it became Bessy, Messy Bessy.
Talk about Messy Messy's prices compared to other products in the market.
Right now, we are slightly higher than regular, meaning non-natural cleaners. But we're really trying to be at par with the non-natural
Yeah,
cleaners.
especially now that people are more thrift conscious. no?
Yes.
They're always looking for the best bargains.
Because there's this notion that if you want to go green, I mean, the will is there, but actually a lot of green products are still more expensive.
More expensive.
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, natural ingredients are more expensive than the non-natural ingredients. And it seems like these chemical-laden products use a lot of chemicals that are actually cheap. And, for example, they add to the volume and to the thickness of the product, but they don't really cost that much. Natural products are actually more effective. So I challenge you guys to, put the product side by side and see how much more effective our products are.
You started with 50,000 peso capitalization. I mean, what can you buy? That's just 50,000. It's just a monthly salary. What did you do with 50,000 products?
Basically, it paid for the inventory and, of course, the allowance of the kids who were helping me make it. And, there were sometimes it was just me, in all honesty, because one of the challenges in the beginning was getting the young adults on board to work with me. They were very skeptical of it and not very motivated to work with me. So, but yeah, the money just really went to the initial inventory. I did everything, the labels, the printing, the mixing, the bottling. So that's why the capital was very low. Labor was cheap.
Unpaid labor.
Yeah.
And what was your first product?
I had, I believe, initially 7 products that started, a lot of which are still available now. So the minty orange surface cleaner, the all-purpose scrub, the window cleaner.
So
a
from
lot of
7,
them.
how many products does Messy Bessy have?
Right now we have 20. That doesn't include the different scents. So we have 20 products.
What was your initial mode of selling? House to house, among friends, your tito titas?
Definitely tito titas and friends.
They have no choice.
Yeah, they had no
Have to
choice.
buy.
So we sold a lot online. We did a lot of online sales, and then we would join bazaars and weekend markets.
I remember
Online?
seeing you in bazaars,
Yes.
and then all of a sudden we started seeing it in posh stores. You said in an article that you actually hire people who normally would not get hired by other corporations with your willingness to change people's lives, but you also have to make a profit. How do you balance that?
It's more challenging to train them and
Yes.
to keep them working, right?
Yes. So it's obviously very challenging, but it's also what we signed up for, and it's why we created this whole brand. So we take the challenge with open arms, and this is also what makes it all worthwhile for us. So, of course, we have challenges like we deal with a lot of emotional instability, a lot of motivation issues and integrity issues. So, of course, there are incidences of theft maybe sometimes, which is a non-negotiable for us. So once you do something like that, you're out of the program. We also deal with some kids who were institutionalized, meaning they grew up in a shelter or a foundation. So sometimes what we find with these young adults is that they're very used to just receiving everything. So they're not really used to the discipline of having to wake up every morning and coming to work. So things like that, we have a lot of experience.
So do you have a big percentage of those that you've trained and then they do something that is not acceptable?
Unfortunately, we've had a lot of theft. But I always see it as a failure on our part for not being able to get them out of that mentality and out of those habits.
Wow, you are really committed. Right? I mean, it takes
Right.
commitment to do that.
Yeah, and patience, lots of patience. Do you train them yourself?
Yes, I do, but me and my manager. So every time we have a manager on board, we always tell them and sort of manage their expectations that not only are you going to be a business manager, but you're also going to be a guidance counselor and a teacher and a mother and a big brother or big sister. So
What's the average length of stay with the company?
well, the program spans from maybe 2 to 4 years. Now that we have a college scholarship program, they have to stay with us longer.
So, Cree, your best-selling products are your basics, like laundry and dishwashing cleaners, disinfectants, room sprays, and all-purpose cleaners made from essential oils.
Yes.
So you were saying that when you started, you just researched online
Yes.
and eventually got the right formula.
For the ones we started with. But of course, for the more sophisticated products that I really tried to make on my own but couldn't, like the laundry detergent and dishwashing liquid.
Here you go.
We
Here,
hired
let's-
chemists
Let's
already.
show some
you
of your
hired
products.
chemists, so you have
Does it
them
come
here right
in
now.
the packaging like this? You can, because this makes really nice gifts.
Cute, right?
Especially for the coming holidays,
Yeah,
right?
we have our gift set.
So what is this? This
So
is
this is one
your-
of our best sellers. It's called the Little Warrior, which is a multitasking hand sanitizer, potty spray, disinfectant, surface cleaner, cologne even if you want. So
What does it smell like? Is
it's
it like
made of
a-
sugarcane alcohol.
Okay.
This one is the original scent, which is the green tea scent. But now it comes in different scents. And for Christmas, we even have the candy cane scent. Or it's just
wow.
really peppermint. Yeah.
Okay, so it's
You
perfect
said you
for
can use
mommies.
that as well as
Potty spray and cologne.
cologne. You smell like
You smell like a body.
Now this one, Vic, this is for you.
That's
When you
cute.
wash
So this
dishes.
is the one that I said was only 6 pesos more than the leading brands.
Yan ang kailangan ko.
So
It's
is it
very-
true that the organic ones are less mabula?
Yes, it is
Why?
true. Because what makes it bubble more often than not are actually chemicals. And, we were somehow...
Yeah, because we feel it like shampoo,
educated.
right? The more lather it makes, or soap, the more lather it gives, the better the soap.
Yeah, which the ironic thing is bubbles don't actually clean. They just bubble.
Okay, so you have to train your household
Yes.
like yaya, even though it's not mabula. Naglilinis yan.
Yes, so sometimes they
Baka
put
maubos.
too much. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's one of our challenges. That's why we give free seminars to households that are willing to learn.
when you were thinking of your initial line to offer, did you get like consumers, feedback? And did some people tell you, oh, come up with this sort of product for me because this is what I need?
Yes, consumers meaning my sisters and my mom. And yes, what we
Actually,
did
they're
was
the best consumers, family. Diba?
The first thing that we did was really just to send out to people samples of the products and get feedback. And even until now, when we make new products, it's really a product of feedback from people, like our liquid laundry detergent, which is our newest product, launched only this week. This was really in response to people asking for it.
So this is for a washing machine.
And hand.
And it's scented grapefruit.
Yes, this is our new scent. It's grapefruit scent. It's very moisturizing, so you can wash it with your hands, free of gloves.
And this one? About that, yeah.
So this is the linen spray that you can match with the laundry detergent. So you can spray your clothes, your furniture, yourself with it, yeah.
Okay, and then what's the middle product?
This is a hand and body wash. So this one usually you can put in the sink beside your dishwashing liquid. So, or of course, you can take a bath with it. So these are made with coconuts, actually, local coconuts. So the active ingredients are made with local coconuts. So it's Philippine made.
So these are all organic?
Natural.
Natural.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
now,
locally sourced.
is that also your choice when you cook food in your home? You tend to use all natural and all organic?
I try, especially now that I have a baby, yes. We try to be as close to nature as possible in terms of choices we make.
Okay, she mentioned baby. You know that Daphne and Cree Cree has one child. Her name is Stella, and Daphne's baby is also named Stella.
Coincidence.
Great minds think alike.
Oh, yeah.
And they're both cute.
Aww.
Thank you.
Yeah, but tell us a story. Can you tell the story about your baby? You waited 11 years.
11 years.
11 years to have my baby. So
you were trying for 11 years, or you just...
Pretty much, yeah. Trying for almost 11 years from the time I got married back when I was 24, which was 11 years ago. And it was only last year that I finally gave birth. So I went through everything you can think of in terms of trying to have a baby.
Wow. And so eventually what worked?
In vitro fertilization worked.
Okay. That's painful, right?
No, you know what? It's not that painful, except for all the injections.
And you did in vitro, you tried it only once, and that's...
No, I tried it 3 times actually, yeah. So it's a very... It's expensive and it's also emotionally taxing.
Do you think that trying and waiting for so long to have a baby gave you this consciousness about, thinking green and healthier?
Well, maybe, yeah, because now that we have our baby, she's such a precious little thing that you want to really give her everything. So I'm so glad that she has a local line of cleaners to avail of.
When I gave birth to Stella 3.5 years ago, my Stella, somebody gifted me with a Messy Bessy. Is that something that you're going to continue?
Yeah, funny thing is we did have a Messy Baby line, but when I had my Stella, I realized how not good the line was, how bad the line was.
No!
No, not in terms of effectivity, but in terms of just pricing and just the range in general.
Really
it was very expensive, which I did not realize. So we're revamping everything, and hopefully next year, 2013, we'll be coming out with a
because
new and
mommies are
improved
very
line.
cost conscious.
Yes, but actually a lot of our products are okay with babies. But of course, we want to customize it more.
But actually a lot of mothers, especially the young mothers, don't mind spending a little bit more.
If it's good
yes,
and effective.
Especially for their children.
Wala bang messy daddy line coming up?
Pwede po, if that's what you want.
No, really, seriously.
mga daddy?
All household products
Or for
geared
the
For
matured
Yeah, why
men.
not men?
We have a sports spritzer for men that sells very well. So it's something that you can spray on gym equipment, your gym bag, even yourself. So I will send you one, Mr. Agustin.
But it's Messy Bessy also?
Yes, it's Messy
name?
Bessy Sports Spritzer.
Maybe you can come up with a messy man.
Maybe.
A messy man, right?
Well, would you like to be our logo?
That's so cute.
Okay, now let's talk about your recent cover. So you and Daphne have more than Stella in common. You're also an alpha girl, and along with Daphne. What was your experience like?
The experience was really something else. I mean, I'm that's really outside of my comfort zone, being photographed and being dressed that way. So it was
And you
quite...
showed some leg.
I know. But, you know, anything to promote the business. And of course, it was such an honor to be side by side with these women, Daphne included, and to be recognized by Town and Country. So it was a real honor for me.
So tell us about your personal indulgences. Like, what do you do for yourself? Your me time.
My me time, no baby included.
Yeah.
Well, I like working out.
What do you do?
I do Pilates and red cord. I don't know if...
What's
anyway,
red
it's
cord?
a kind of Pilates.
Okay.
And then I like drawing. I do a lot of art. I like reading, traveling. And nothing fancy.
Drawing. So yeah, so the Messy Bessy logo,
Yes.
that woman was your... When did you draw that or paint that?
I don't remember, but maybe 8
But
years
is she
ago or
somebody?
longer.
Yeah, did you model it after someone?
No, I just had this artist's book that had several faces that you could copy. So she was
Okay.
kind of based on one of the faces
She looks
there.
Caucasian.
She is. She's blonde.
And green.
Kala
But
ko
I-
bleach.
But you know what? I only had 2 colors. Like, I only had yellow ochre and paint gray, I think, oil paint. So I ended up with that. It wasn't an
Actually,
artistic
it's very nice.
choice.
So was there a reason why you made her big?
I like
Full?
drawing big, full women.
They look happier.
There are more shadows. For me, it's just more interesting to draw.
No, I remember because when I was in art school, our model, we had to do nudes. That's all nudes. And a lot of our models were big. More
Yeah.
folds, more shadow, more, you know. And it was a challenge because you can't see their bones.
More depth.
Well, with all the products that you have developed that's out in the market, which of them you think represents you and what aspect of them represents you?
Well, it's a funny question. This could get really bad, but anyway. I think, you know what, I'll choose my favorite product. It's not here now, but it's the Eucalyptus All-Purpose Scrub. It's a scrub that I came up with based on a trial and error process I went through following recipes on the web. It's baking soda based. And it's really simple. It's very abrasive like me. It's simple, it's innovative, it's unique, it's quirky, it works. So I can identify to it somehow.
Oh.
Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight, Cree. It was so informative, and I definitely use your products. I mean, I have the
you.
Insecrepellent, which I really love.
Thank you.
It's
so
really
much.
Thank you so
amazing.
much.
Amazing with the work that you do because you make a big difference in many people's lives.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
Vic.
for
Thank
coming
you.
to the
Thank
show.
you.
Don't go away, friends. Magbabalik ang cocktails. So what about you guys? What kind of green changes have you made in your life?
Well, I try, I mean, because we have kids, small kids, so we really don't, we try not to have processed meat,
Yes.
and too many canned goods with, you know, all the stuff you don't
chicken,
know.
yeah.
And I've made a conscious effort to buy organic, grass-fed, local beef. Local, huh? Because, you know, all the stories about what you hear from...
Batangus beef.
Oh, masbate
Batangus.
actually. Tapos, masbate actually. So, and they're grass-fed, and they're actually softer. Pay a little bit more, but it's really, really good quality.
Well, in my case, because I like eating a lot of salads, so I tend to buy the organic greens. The only thing is that you have to really be careful with the way you wash them because, you know,
And the kind of fertilizer they use.
the kind of But the only thing is it's a commitment because it's really more expensive.
Yes.
You know.
So, and change is not always easy to handle.
Yeah, that's right. How about you, Vic?
Ako,
What kind
I
of
just
green
rely on
change have you made?
organic timekeeping na lang ngayon. I look at the sun and says, ding, ding, ding!
Why,
Our
speaking of
time is up.
timekeeping,
Oh
teka
my
lang,
God.
we have a new time slot.
That's right. You know, so our time may have
Friday,
changed.
yeah.
10 o'clock Friday night, but you know, some things never change.
That's right. Your ding, ding, ding.
That's good.
Oh, well, it's okay. The show may be up, but the fun never stops in the world of lifestyle, fashion, and A-listers.
Plus corporate hookups and breakups.
We'll have more stories to tell.
And more buzz to bear. So join us again next week for another awesome round of Cocktails.
It was really fun in Cocktails. The hosts are so friendly and made me feel so welcomed. And so I'm really grateful to have this opportunity to share my story in Cocktails.